In ancient times, during the reign of King Ahab, there was a man named Naboth, the Jezreelite, who owned a vineyard next to the palace of King Ahab. Naboth the Jezreelite was a humble man, hard-working and faithful. His vineyard had been in his family for generations, a piece of land blessed by his ancestors, and a gift from God. One day, King Ahab came down from his palace after gazing upon the vineyard next to his royal garden. He told Naboth to give it to him in exchange for a better one or sell it to him. He envied Naboth and demanded the vineyard. However, Naboth refused. To him, the vineyard was sacred, an inheritance that could not be traded or sold. Ahab returned home sulking, overcome with greed and pride. When Jezebel saw his misery, she mocked him for his weakness and promised that she would give him the vineyard. Jezebel's idea of justice was simple. If anyone stands in your way, remove them. So she forged letters in the king's name, sealed them with his royal seal, and sent them to the elders of Naboth's town. The letters ordered a false trial. She proclaimed a fast. Naboth would be seated in a place of honor, and two scoundrels would accuse him of blasphemy, of cursing God and the king. Once accused, he was to be stoned. It was a wicked plot, abused kingship and wickedness disguised as justice. Leaders, now instruments of lies and deception. Naboth, unaware, took his seat of honor, while the false witnesses shouted their lies. The crowd turned against him, and he was stoned. Afterwards, Jezebel turned to Ahab and told him to take the vineyard, and so the king took possession. To him, it was victory. But to heaven, it was wickedness crying out for justice. God had seen everything. Nothing done in darkness escapes his glorious light. He sent prophet Elijah to confront King Ahab. The words of judgment were fierce and clear. Have you murdered and also taken possession? In the place where dogs licked the blood of Naboth, dogs shall lick your blood, even yours. Ahab's heart trembled. He gained the vineyard, but lost his peace. The Lord had spoken. Justice would come. The story of Naboth reminds us of how greed and deceit can destroy what is innocent and pure through bearing a false witness. Wickedness hidden behind power and jealousy, even in high power. Jezebel's wickedness and Ahab's greed brought ruin upon their house. But Naboth, though betrayed and falsely accused, remains a symbol of righteousness. He stood firm in truth, while those in power fell in lies. The story of Jezebel and Naboth is not just ancient history, it is a mirror showing how easily truth can be silenced when power is twisted by greed, how false witnesses can destroy livelihoods, and how the Lord, though patient, never forgets justice. For in the end, wickedness may flourish for a season, but truth and righteousness will always have the final word.